Hey there folks, welcome to the second half of the giant letter activity video here. And just to recap very briefly from the first video, I had shown you the graph paper and how to create a stencil for the letter of your name, keeping in mind that we want to have a width of at least 2 inches all the way around your letter. And I realize that this is harder for any letters that have curves in them, but do the best you can. And if by any chance at home you happen to have any of these small little Dixie cups, they can become a really great guide to help you with that width and maintaining it. Because what we did from there was when we took that stencil and we put it on the mat board and cut that out. And you needed to have 2 of your letters from your first name. So for me, I had to have double M's. Okay. Then I showed you how to use the Dixie cups to put them in between your letters and using the tape to cover your letter and then coat the whole thing in some white paint. Okay. Here's the next couple of steps. Your letter, by the way, I'm showing this to you in stages. Your letter, you're going to do all these steps to the whole piece. Just keep that in mind as you're working. But the next step is to use paper. A thinner paper works great. Even tissue paper, if you have any colored tissue paper at home. I have a variety of colors here, so if there's a color that you really want for your letter, let me know. I'll make sure it goes out front at the vestibule for anyone who's working remotely. For this next step, you're going to use a brush, you're going to use that paper, and you're going to use the container of Mod Podge that I gave you. And what you'll do, and you can see that I've started it on my end, but I haven't quite finished here. What you can do is tear some paper. You're going to take the Mod Podge and you're going to brush it on first. Then you're going to put the paper right on top and then brush the Mod Podge on top. Now, if you're working with this and you haven't brushed it on first, it's going to be pretty apparent. You're going to see it kind of peel up because the top side will have the glue material on it where the bottom won't. So really make sure you're brushing that on. And when it dries, you'll see it has this nice glossy appearance. You could do one color, you could do a couple colors, you could do several colors. However you want to put this together is entirely up to you. I'm going over it with black because I wanted my background to be dark. My final step would be going to find images of things that I like. These could be drawings, these could be photos, these could be images that you've printed right off the computer. I love kitties. And then you're going to decorate your letter front and back with this stuff. You're going to collage it right on using more of the Mod Podge, and it'll have a nice shiny finish when you're done. So those are the final 2 steps to finishing. The first video was all about really the construction, and this video is all about refining it to create this letter. It'll be nice and smooth, and it'll be a little bit harder with the glue and the paper, the collaging that you're going to do to really express the things that you like. If you're working remotely, when you finish, definitely send me a photograph, a couple views so I can see the whole thing. I can't wait to see what you do, and I'm looking forward to seeing what your fellow classmates create. So as always, with any questions, just let me know.